days since we've been to the store. I actually shot this portion of the video in my car at the time when we wrapped up our trip to Lowe's, but the lighting was horrible, the camera angle was off. I'm gonna show you the plants that I picked up. I just ended up getting a couple, and the funny thing is these are two plants that I've had before in the past but couldn't help myself. We also ended up picking up a couple of those holiday decors. I kept that portion of the video pretty condensed because of course it's all about the plants here, but we spent a lot of time in that store. Before I get into the video, I'm obviously still in the same space. Our move is a little bit delayed, unfortunately. At least I get to enjoy my plants in their current space a little while longer. I do want to share a video with you guys about my Monstera deliciosa. I don't know if you can see it here in the frame, but I chopped it up, y'all. I chopped up my Monstera deliciosa, and I'll get into it more in a later video, but just know the Monstera that you guys saw in the last video, it looks a little different. So we'll talk about that in another video, but let's get into my little plant haul. I got a Monstera Peru. I've seen people refer to this as so many different names, but this is pretty much what it looks like. Now, technically I had this plant before, kinda. I went to a plant swap here in Jersey, and the plant that I got at the time, it was a Monstera Peru, but it was a clipping. It did give me one leaf, but I noticed that the growth on the plant just came to a screeching halt. The person that potted up the plant, the clipping I should say, she had it in some very coarse soil. I believe there was some bark in there, some cold. It was really chunky. So I don't know that the plant necessarily liked it. The clipping at least. Maybe her plant, her mother plant, liked that coarse soil, but the one that I had, it just wasn't growing. So what I ended up doing was I removed it from that coarse soil and I transferred it to water, but again, the plant wasn't really doing really well, so I ended up getting rid of it. I'm gonna bring it in a little closer so you guys can get a good look at it. I love the texture of the plant, the foliage. I'm a sucker for beautiful foliage and just the texture. Hopefully you can see it in the camera, but it has like a lumpiness to it, which I mean, who likes lumpy? But on this plant is so beautiful, and it just looks unlike any other plant that I have. I'm not sure if you guys can see my actual monstera here next to it, but this plant was $19.98. I feel like you can get it for a little bit less in other stores, but I didn't mind because it is a pretty full plant. I'm gonna keep it in this soil mixture for as long as I can. I haven't picked it up. I haven't inspected the roots or anything just yet. I do need to clean it because it is a bit dusty, but it's beautiful. I don't mind keeping it in this plant pot that it came in. So as you guys know, if you're familiar with my channel, you guys know I have a ton of plant pots. I have a ton of face planters, but this one isn't bad. I think it'll kind of vibe well with the rest of my plants that I have here. So that's plant number one. The second plant that I got, this is one of the first plants that I got when I became a plant parent, and this is none other than a calathea, what is it called? A calathea, is this the ornata? Calathea ornata, or pinstripe calathea. I mean, I picked it up for obvious reasons. Gorgeous. Again, unlike anything else I have in my collection, and I love, at one point I had quite a few plants that had, you know, pink in the leaves. As you guys know, with the pinstripe calathea, it does have those pink pinstripes, and if you move the leaf back, it's burgundy on the underside. I've had this plant in the past. I've also had a rattlesnake calathea. Calathea plants are just notorious for being plants that are a little bit difficult to take care of. Some people do an amazing job with their calatheas, and the calatheas look amazing. My calathea ornata that I had in the past, that one actually lasted quite a while. I noticed that some of the leaves did get a little crispy on the edges, but after a while I kind of got the hang of it and it started doing well. I'm really gonna do my best to keep this one alive because this one is a lot fuller than the one that I used to have. And it's just such a beautiful plant. I'm gonna give the calathea another chance because it's just so beautiful and I couldn't help myself. Those are the two plants that I picked up, just two. I was tempted to get more, but I said, you know what? I already have a good, decent collection in my home. Right now we're moving into the cooler weather months. As you see here, I have on my sweater. It's officially fall. Right now outside, I think it's like in the 50s. So I wanna have a manageable amount of plants just because I know the growth is about to come to a screeching halt. So I just wanted to do what made sense. Let me show you the Christmas ornaments we picked up. I was trying to figure out the best way to show it to you because the box is pretty large, but here is the first one we got. So we ended up getting this. It's called the Cobble Hill Holiday Village. And as you saw in the video, this one has like a little train track that goes through. It's kind of like a mountain of snow with little Christmas cottages and trees. I almost said cheese, but this is just so cute. This is the one that my husband seemed to really like the most, and it was also the last one in store. I think what we're gonna do, because there were a couple others that we really liked, but they didn't have it in stock, so we're just gonna go online and order a couple more. But I'm so glad we were able to get this one in the store because it's just so cute. And our plan for this is to put it next to our Christmas tree for Christmas. So this is the first one we got, and here is the second one. This one is called Fina's Village Shops. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Fina's Village Shop. So this one is also really cute, and they both light up. They both play music. As you can see with this one, there's a little Santa on the top. There's people shopping, and the thing that we like most about this one is the little people here at the bottom. Well, I think there's probably like 2 or 3 people. They kind of circulate and they go in and out of the little Christmas shop. So again, so cute. There's another little Santa there in the window standing next to the tree. So we just really love things like this for the holidays. As I mentioned before, we're probably gonna go online and order a few more. Those are the 4 things that we picked up from Lowe's. I hope you guys like this video. Leave me any questions you have below in the comment section. If not, I will see you in the next video. Bye.